All right, guys, 2 live streams in a row. It's kind of crazy. I don't want to make this a very long video, but I wanted to talk about the first reactions for Joker. This is a highly anticipated movie for pretty much everyone right now, and it's the last comic book movie of the year. So this is a movie that I am very, very, very interested in. I cannot wait to see this film.
Of the year.
I hate that. Sorry, it always happens. But that always happens. But this is a movie that I have been highly anticipating. It was in my top 10 highly anticipated films of the year, and I just cannot wait. I cannot wait to see this movie. So let's talk about some of the first reactions. I'm going to start off with Twitter. So on Twitter, Brandon Davis says this: I saw Joker, and it's unlike anything before it. The movie is dark, thrilling, and chilling. An insane masterpiece. The movie absolutely transcends being a comic book film and acts as a character study which, at times, will make audiences uncomfortable in wild ways. 10 out of 10. I love that. I absolutely love that. I love that he says that this is something that will make audiences feel uncomfortable in wild ways, which means that they take risks in this movie. And there's also going to be some stuff that's going to be some pretty heavy stuff. I mean, we're going to see maybe some trauma, some personal discovery coming from this version of Joker that we've never seen before. Then we have I don't need that, Mikhail. You're fine. Okay, why can I not find more? Sorry guys, I don't know why it's stupid. Okay, so this is from Alex Billington. There will be before Joker and there will be after Joker. I don't know if the world is ready for this movie, or maybe it is. It is gnarly. It is crazy. It is audacious. It doesn't hold back. Wow, I can't believe it exists, but it does, and it's coming. Radek Folta at Venezia 76 says, bring in the clowns. Joker will surprise the hell out of people. Dark, twisted, brutal origin story of the most recognized villain in popular culture. Joaquin Phoenix adds another iconic performance to his extraordinary career. From Pop Alerts, Joaquin Phoenix is receiving praise for his portrayal as a Joker after the film's Venice debut, receiving a thunderous standing ovation. Critics have praised it, calling it a darkly funny, thrilling, and tragic masterpiece anchored by a powerful Oscar-worthy performance. Somebody else, Oliver Sarble says, Joker was just wow. The Academy Award for Best Actor must go to Joaquin Phoenix. I think that's a little too early. That's a little too premature. I think he'll definitely be in the running, but I mean, to say that he has the Academy Award already, we haven't even seen the movie. The movie doesn't come out for another month, so that's just a little too premature. The problem with all the previous cinematic depictions of the Joker is that they were never quite dark enough. Categorically, not a problem for Joker movie. Fans of Killing Joke and Arkham Asylum will love this. It's also brilliant. So obviously we're hearing some rave reviews from people talking about how great this film is. Variety, in a sentence that they had, linking to an article, says Joker is a hypnotically perverse, ghoulishly, grippingly urban nightmare comic fantasia. Apparently this movie, from what I've read, this movie sticks in your brain. It makes you think. A lot of people are also kind of comparing it a little bit to The King of Comedy by Martin Scorsese, but hey, Scorsese makes some amazing films, so I'm on board with all of this. Okay. David Ehrlich says, Joker, visionary and derivative, radical and cowardly, the boldest comic book movie since The Dark Knight, and also just another day in Chuckletown. Joker is all contradictions and chaotic evil. For better or worse, it's the movie the Joker would want. So that's really great. I mean, we're hearing that the movie has some humor to it. It's very dark, and it's a very risky portrayal of this character, which of course we're going to get that. If Joaquin Phoenix is attached to this movie's rated R, of course it's going to be risky. It's definitely going to be something more provocative and kind of in your face. Okay, I already read that one. James Jones, I can't quite believe how good Joker is. It's a masterpiece. Funny, dark, beautiful, full of rage, and really cool. Joaquin Phoenix is masterful and every shot is sublime. Awesome. That makes me so excited. Alex Billington at Venice says, FWIW, this Joker screening received the loudest applause cheers of the festival yet. Seems critics loved it. Now, again, the thing is, with these festivals, this type of thing happens quite a bit. So I'm excited. This movie right now has an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's really piqued my interest, piqued everyone's interest. We're hearing rave reviews about it, but these standing ovations, these things happen for a lot of films at these film festivals. A lot of it, too, is out of respect for the filmmaker. Not saying the movie's not going to be good, but Lorenzo Ciorcalo says this: The Joker, we deserve. Rings of comedy, rings of fire. It's a circus. It's a carnival. It's a mayhem. Phoenix brings us dancing through this social disease. It's a triumph. Awesome. That makes me really, really, really excited. Here's a positive review by Terry Schwartz. I've seen Joker, and I fully endorse Jim Vivoda's decision to give it our first film review 10 of 10 out of the year. I haven't stopped thinking about it. That's amazing. So it is apparently to this guy from IGN, it is the first movie this year that has a 10 out of 10 rating. So that's awesome. Here we go. From Total Film, our 5-star review of Joker has arrived. Deeper, darker, and more disturbing than any other comic book movie to date. See if there's other ones in here. I know there's a lot more. I saw a ton earlier. You know what? Let's read some people that I follow. Let's look at Steve Weintraub on Twitter. I think I might have spelled it wrong. How do I spell it? Steve? No. Weintraub. I don't remember. All right, I'm going to look at Collider because I know I follow them on Twitter. Sorry, guys. Okay. Joker movie is one of those rare movies where I was still thinking about it the next day, and as soon as my brain slowed down after the credits ended, I wanted to watch again. Awesome praise. Let's see. Where is... Okay, I'm trying to think of other people that I saw reviews of. Okay. International Film Critique says Joker movie is an efficacious and disturbing film that's equally meritorious and tragic. Phoenix's roaring, monstrous performance as a clown of crime is so immaculate, so maestoso. It's a prodigious accomplishment and marks the apex of his already superlative career. So Joaquin Phoenix is one of the greatest actors, one of the most one of the best actors working today in Hollywood. I mean, he's amazing. He's been nominated for so many Academy Awards. And, a lot of people are saying with this movie, it's no different. He gives an amazing portrayal of the Joker. I already read this one. Wait, did I? No. Eric Davis says, Joker is a bold, bodacious love letter to Scorsese's The King of Comedy, told through the lens of DC's most iconic villain. Dark, disturbing, brutal, and sad. It's about an abused man who doesn't start living until he's dead inside. Joaquin Phoenix is so good. Then we have, let's see. Okay, Mike Ciccini says, Joker is disturbing and uncompromising. It's not a superhero movie or even what you usually think of as a comic book adaptation. It's a horror movie and an effective one. Joaquin Phoenix is brilliant and unsettling. So that's a little different. That's a different review that I've seen, that this movie is a horror movie. That's very interesting to me, and it's piqued my interest. I know that this deals with a lot of psychological torture and psychological effects with the character of, Arthur Fleck, who's going through all this trauma in his life and all these really bad days. So to hear that it's a horror film, that's really piqued my interest. And The thing is, we need to remember this, guys. This movie is not a regular comic book film. This is a one-off. This is a character study, and that's why I'm so excited about it. Okay, Sean Gerber writes, Joker movie is a brilliant, terrifying character study. Joaquin Phoenix will haunt you with a performance for the ages, letting you see and feel the darkness within Joker from head to toe. It's disturbing because it's supposed to be, leaving you uncomfortable yet fascinated. Again, another great review. And a lot of people freaking out that it has an 86 or 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. Guys, that's a good score. 88% is a good score, and it's only been 33 reviews. Come on. Anton Volkov says, so Joker is, for lack of a better word, a sledgehammer of a film. Joaquin, of course, amazing. It's unsettling and frankly terrifying. Theo Rossi says, the Joker movie is beautiful and an incredible examination of the human condition of a singular person. Joaquin is a master. All right, let's look at Dorian. Yeah. Okay. See, I know he watched this movie, so I want to see his full review. Okay. Dorian Parks and Rec says, Joaquin Phoenix's performance in Joker movie is nothing short of Oscar worthy. He fully commits to the role mentally and physically. Todd Phillips delivered a game-changing comic book film, and I cannot wait to see it again. So that's amazing praise. Here we go. Stephen Weintraub. Finally found him. Now I have to scroll down to where his review is. Okay. I now understand why WB Pictures decided to play the Joker movie in Venice and TIFF. Joker is a great movie. It just so happens to be a comic book movie. Joaquin Phoenix will absolutely get nominated for an Oscar, and the film has a real chance at end of the year awards. So great praise. So what we can take out of this is this movie, a lot of people are saying, it's truly, unnerving, or it's truly terrifying. They praise Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of this character, which is no surprise to me. I mean, from the trailers, you can tell that he does something special with this character. Some people saying it pays homage to the King of Comedy by Martin Scorsese, but kind of told in a comic book type of way, or like in a Joker type of way. And again, everyone's saying this is a character study. This is a movie about Joker. This is not a movie about Batman. This is not an action movie. This is a drama, and it's a psychological thriller about this man who is tormented and who becomes the Joker. So I just cannot wait. A lot of people saying that this is going to be a movie that is going to sneak in there or not sneak in there, but be in the conversation for end of the year awards, which, I mean, it just looks that way. So let's turn our attention now to Rotten Tomatoes, which right now, let me refresh. It's still 88% on Rotten Tomatoes, 33 reviews, so still, that's really good. Let's read. We're going to read a couple here. You know what? Let's read one rotten review. This is from Alonzo Duralde. If you strip the Joker and his nearly 80-year history as a cultural icon out of this film, as well as all the 1970s movie homages, there's not a whole lot left except for Phoenix's performance, and it's the kind of turn that's destined to be divisive. Interesting comment. Again, this is a rotten score, but he didn't say this movie's trash or anything like that. I mean, he just basically said that if you strip away the 80s, the 70s, and basically the fact that this is a comic book film, per se, or in a comic book world, you're not really left with a lot except for Joaquin Phoenix's performance. So, uh, yeah, I don't. Okay, another one here from Glenn Kenny, RogerEbert.com. This is another rotten or negative review. As social commentary, Joker is pernicious garbage. Interesting. Yeah. Stephanie Zacharek from Time Magazine, another not great review. Phillips may want us to think he's giving us a movie all about the emptiness of our culture, but really he's just offering a prime example of it. And let's read some good reviews. David Sexton of London Evening Standard says, nobody who sees this new film will ever need any other version. That's pretty big praise. Philip De Semlin from Time Out says, this is a truly nightmarish vision of late-era capitalism, arguably the best social horror film since Get Out, and Joaquin Phoenix is magnetic in it. Again, people saying this is a horror film. They use this term of social horror film. So I'm kind of maybe thinking that this movie is going to have something to do with social commentary in some way, dealing with a certain type of person and how society puts stress on them or views them or shows them in a negative light. That's interesting to me. I don't know. I really like that. San Brooks from The Guardian says, having brazenly plundered the films of Scorsese, Phillips fashioned stolen ingredients into something new, so that what began as a gleeful cosplay session turns progressively more dangerous and somehow more relevant too. Interesting. Now we know Martin Scorsese first, when this project was first announced, he was actually going to be a producer on the film. But that didn't happen. He had to turn away. Obviously, he had to step away for, because he was doing The Irishman, and he has another film that he's going to be working on very soon, next year. It's something Garden. Let me look. Actually, it's gonna kill me. Martin Scorsese. Let's look at IMDb. Can't remember what it's called. I know Leonardo DiCaprio just signed him to it, which of course I'm gonna watch. It's Scorsese and DiCaprio. Let's see. Oh, stupid. Roosevelt, is that the one? Or no, Killers of the Flower Moon. That's the one. So that's the next Scorsese film. So interesting. Okay, let's read Manu Yanez from Fotogramas, a vision of a sick community that has just been made sense by the bold, a moral fable presented by Phillips. Esther Miguel Trula from Espinoff, Joker may not be a disaster, but it is also no masterpiece. It remains a highly controlled blockbuster made to facilitate the survival of the franchise and its marketing campaign. Interesting. Pete Hammond of Deadline Hollywood Daily says, Joaquin Phoenix kills it in dark, timely DC origin movie that is no laughing matter. Will he be second Joker to win an Oscar? Quite possibly. Tim Grierson, Screen International, says Joker achieves two contradictory goals simultaneously, delivering a blockbuster that highlights what is eternally captivating about the character, while at the same time offering a sobering critique of the nihilism that has long been the Joker's MO. Jessica King of The Playlist says, this is the world post-Joker, and with nothing but shaky breath, respect for the filmmaking and storytelling achievement it represents. God help us all. This is the world post-Joker, and with nothing but shaky breath, respect for the filmmaking, storytelling, achievement. Okay, so it's saying that the filmmaking and storytelling is breathtaking. That's really good. Rory O'Connor said, Phoenix's committed performance is equal parts Freddie Quell, Joe from You Were Never Really Here, interesting, Fred Astaire, and Rupert Pupkin, all crossed over intensity, flailing limbs, and physical comedy. So a lot, those are old past characters that Phoenix has played. And then let's look at some other ones. So we had those. We already had Doreen Parks. All right, you did him. All right, let's do Mark Hughes of Forbes. Joker is one of the true masterpieces of the superhero cinema and one of 2019's greatest achievements. That's amazing praise. And let's do two more. Robbie Collin of Daily Telegraph UK says, superhero blockbuster this is not. A playful fireman's pole based homage to the old Batman television series is one of a very few lighthearted moments in an otherwise oppressively downbeat and reality grounded urban thriller. I wonder, did he just spoil something right there? I mean, they are saying it's a reality grounded urban thriller. It's oppressively downbeat, so that must be where the social commentary aspect of this film is gonna come in. And then one more, we'll do Justin Chang of LA Times says, Joker is a dark, brooding, and psychologically plausible origin story, a vision of cartoon sociopathy made flesh. And I want to do one more because I want to. Let's do Jim Vejvoda, IGN Movies. We did hear earlier, a woman who works for IGN had said that she completely agrees with Jim Vejvoda. So let's see his comments. Joaquin Phoenix's fully committed performance and Todd Phillips' masterful, albeit loose reinvention of the DC source material make Joker a film that should leave comic book fans and non-fans alike disturbed and moved in all the right ways. What a awesome review to kind of end on when it comes to Joker reviews. So overall, very positive. I mean, there's a few not so great reviews, but it's not like they're coming out and saying this movie's terrible and Joaquin Phoenix is trash and Todd Phillips doesn't know what he's doing, or it's out of focus. I mean, all the negative reviews are kind of saying that this is still a really good movie. They're still saying Joaquin Phoenix delivers an amazing performance. Some people just, the social commentary in this film doesn't work for them. And then other people, the problem with, the 70s, 80s homages and some of those set pieces and things like that. If you take them out of the movie, there's not a lot to work with here. But ultimately, guys, this is amazing. This is great praise. 88% on Rotten Tomatoes is nothing to scoff at. That's a phenomenal rating at this point. And more reviews are going to come in over the course of the next month when more people see it. And I'll tell you what, guys, I cannot wait for October 4th. We have It Chapter 2 this week. Amazing. And we have Joker in a month. How blessed are we as movie fans? I am so excited. The thing is, even if this movie didn't have glowing reviews, I still would see this movie because I've been excited for this movie ever since they announced it. I mean, having a film like this where it's a character study, a comic book movie, doing something dark and disturbing and groundbreaking for this genre, something different outside of the box, I think is just so fresh, and it's really reinventing the wheel of what comic book movies can become, and I think that's amazing. Let me give my quick thoughts on the new trailer for Joker. Awesome trailer. I think I was talking to my buddy Jose, who I'm actually going to go see the movie with, which, Jose, if you're watching this, I know you're excited, and I'm excited too. We're going on opening night, man, me and you. It's going to be fun. First showing, opening night, we're going, and I'll buy your ticket. I don't care. I honestly, the trailer for me, it showed a lot of what this movie is about. It's not, and it solidifies the fact that this movie is not a regular comic book movie. This is not an action-packed film. I would be surprised if there's any action in this movie. This is a character piece. This is about the character of Joaquin Phoenix. I had watched Collider's non-spoiler review. Obviously, I'm not going to watch a spoiler review with Dorian Parks and Stephen Weintraub. And one thing that they said that really kind of floors me, this is Joaquin Phoenix's movie. He is in this movie 98% of the time. They said the only time it feels like he's not in the movie is transitioning from one scene to another. That's incredible. All the other supporting cast, they said, it feels like they're on screen for like 5-10 minutes. It's really about Joaquin Phoenix, and that's what I want. Joaquin Phoenix is he's an amazing and talented performer who has done some incredible stuff. Gladiator, anyone? He is an incredible actor, and it looks like he's really going to bring his all to this. Now, this movie could still come out, even though it's got great reviews, buzzing reviews. This movie could still come out, and it could still suck. One thing I will say this. One thing that I have noticed when it comes to critics and film festivals and things like that, a lot of the time, because of the buzz of the film and how excited people are to see this movie earlier, and because it's a movie that is going for something like Oscars and going for these awards, sometimes the critics, they praise this movie so high, and it's really not an amazing movie. I don't want to say that this movie's going to suck. It doesn't look like that at all. But let's not try to get our hopes up. Do not go into this movie with the highest expectations in the world that this is going to be the best movie of 2019. For me, I don't have those expectations. I expect to go into this movie, watch an amazing performance from Joaquin Phoenix, great storytelling, a great directed, great atmospheric film that is a horror, psychological horror, which is so weird now. I guess people are saying it's like a horror film, but more a drama movie or a drama film. And that's what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting that this movie is going to be like, I'm going to go in Best Picture of the Year or Joaquin Phoenix Best Actor of the Year, because I feel like when you do that and you have those expectations, there is a sense of overhypeness where you come out of the theater and you're kind of in a state of falling down because of the fact that your expectations were here, but the movie delivered right here, so close, but it's not good enough. And then you come out saying, well, this movie sucks. So go in with the same expectations you had before. If they were already high, they're going to be high. My expectations are pretty high for like certain things like acting, cinematography, storytelling, writing, set piece, or set work, I guess. And also I have a really weird hunch that this movie is going to be very dark, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And that was one of my things kind of before these reviews came out, that I was already thinking about this film. So I'm really looking forward to it. I cannot wait to see this. I'm going to see it a couple times in theaters, and we'll see. I really hope that this movie delivers on everything that we all want. Not everyone's going to like it. I think that this movie is going to be a little bit divisive, and that's one thing that critics have said. A few critics have said, look, this is a great movie, but it's not going to work for everyone. And, that's just the way it is. Don't go into this movie expecting it to be a comic book movie like Avengers Endgame or Man of Steel or anything like that. This is a movie that is a one-off character study of the Joker. Don't go in there expecting we're going to see Batman or Bruce Wayne, okay? Don't expect that. You're going to see Thomas Wayne. It's already been announced. But don't expect that you're going to see Bruce Wayne and Alfred and all these characters that we know and love from the Batman films. Now, we might see them, but I just wouldn't go in expecting it, because it could let you down if that's not the case. But anyway, guys, what do you think of all these reviews? Does it make you even more excited for this movie that comes out October 4th? 1 month away, guys. We are 1 month away. I cannot wait. Anyway, guys, let me know also when you're going to go see Joker, and is it one of your most anticipated of the year for the rest of the year? Let me know down below in the comment section. Make sure you guys like this video. Subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And tomorrow, I will be posting Clayton's solo review, so definitely stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.